You're live. You're live. You're live. You're live. You're live. I should have had all this. I'm not a tech person, y'all, so bear with me here. Pacha-cha-chow. Pacha-cha-chow. Looks like fun. Um, I guess just gonna talk about the gag, The gag is, you know. What's wild to me is how so many women are into being men. It's like so crazy to me. So crazy to me. It's not crazy to me, I guess, because I used to be one. And now when I see it, it's just like I guess it's not tragic. When I see it, it's just like, oh, someone to help it, someone to help them out. No worries. So just a moment. Thank you to all my followers. You can go ahead and just send $1 to Rapunzel Noir if you like this message. That's Rapunzel Noir. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, Noir, Noire. Rapunzel Noir. So that's just go ahead and cash out me $1. Just support the mission. Support what's going on. I'm also available for coaching, both virtual and in person if you're in the area. So I definitely probably prefer virtual, but whatever. So at any rate, I am constantly in the move. I'm constantly meeting people and greeting people. Like, I'm always coming and going. I'm always talking to people. And so there's a skill set that's associated with that, like just being able to talk to people. That obviously is a skill that I wasn't aware was a skill. And it makes me very apt to new information, and it also allows me to interact with a myriad of people constantly. So I started to notice the numbers in it. Now, I am a barber by trade. I learned to be a barber when I was 20 something. I got licensed. That's been my sole job this whole time. For the last 10 years, I've been cutting hair. So as a barber, obviously my clientele is much more masculine. It's masculine, I have a lot of guy clients. So more recently, I noticed that this is so funny that I'm even realizing this when you're a barber and you take walk-ins, your people are so access to you. They got so much access to you. And they really like that openness of the schedule, I think. You really throw people off when you put a boundary up. Like, no, you have to make an appointment with me. It really causes guys a whole different vibe. It's so crazy. So at any rate, been around guys, last 10 years. And obviously I was dating within that time and not really doing it that successfully. And so I came up with, I want to be married. And, then all these I basically realized that I want a husband. That's it. I'm hanging out with guys. It's fun. I love how this feels. I love the protection. I'm very turned on by men. Like, this is very amazing. I would like to be with him, and I would like to be with him, and I would like to be with him. Like, oh my God, they're so amazing. It's so many great guys, And so, but I'm at work, so you can't just let your girly part run your life, That's very masculine minded anyway. So at any rate, that's a masculine mind, So, I had guys and guy friends and boyfriends and exes and stuff, but I wasn't able to form a connection. So finally, when I decided, I want a husband, I was just like, well, something must be wrong with you, meat. It's you, honey. You're the problem here, You are sitting here thinking it's these guys. It's you. You're the one that's not able to focus. You're the one that's not able to connect, because these guys are dealing with women. They're having real relationships, and you're sitting here looking crazy. No worries. So I literally Googled it. And found out that it was me. It was in fact me. It was a lot of behaviors I was exhibiting. There was a lot of things I was doing, and I had no clue I was doing it. So it was really turning guys off. It was turning a lot of guys off. So even though I, as a person, oh my God, I'm so intrigued by her, like, I'm turning guys off. Just turning them off, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I looked it up. I found, some literature that basically explained to me in very simple terms, and I immediately recognized it in all things. Men are constantly being disrespected by women. In particular, black women have a high rate of disrespect toward black men. Like, their disrespect level is on like 1,000, but they have no clue what they're doing. You just have no clue what you're doing. And listen, I didn't have a clue of what I was doing. I had no clue that men hate to be ignored. I had no clue about that. Like, they hate it with the point, if you're ignoring him, he feels disrespected. And if you're disrespecting him, it's like fucking him. Like, it's like you're having sex with him. Like, that's how they look at it. Who cares that that's extreme? This is not for you to figure out why they feel like that, because they are little soldiers. All men are like little soldiers. So what women do not understand, because I work with all guys, is that when guys get together, they are into brutal and war. Like, they are in war mode. Even though they're funning, they're in war mode. And I'm going to tell you how. When masculine meets masculine energy, the fight occurs. Like, a fight ensues. So masculine energy is a fight. So you think about men and their phallus, it's a sword fight, like nothing to the death, right? They would be fighting. And the only way for somebody to win is if somebody loses, if it's two guys, right? So with a woman, nothing would happen. Nothing would go on. It would just be a bunch of nothing. It's just nothing happening there. So, both are very passive situations is the point. So, now, when you're hanging out with all guys, I'm out here with all the guys, they talk about sports, they talk about power, they talk about money, they talk about finances, they do talk about women, but they're mostly frustrated, and they don't understand what women want, and they don't care as long as women know what they want. Like, that's all they care about. Masculine men, healthy masculine men, they care about what women want because they care about women. But they don't particularly care about what women want. Like, they don't want to do the day-to-day things that women do. They support and love the things that women do, but they don't want to be involved in the making of it. They just like to experience it. Men like to experience women and what they bring. They don't like to experience women's anger. It highly offends men when they experience your anger. When a man experiences your anger, he feels like hurt and sad. He doesn't like that, because in his heart, he's a soldier here to protect you. And when you turn it against him, it's like trying to save somebody drowning. So it's like this is how a man look at it. I'm trying to save you. Come on, you're drowning. Come on, you're drowning. And the person who's drowning, gets up, stabs him in the heart, and says, I don't need you to save me. That's what men are feeling right now. I want to save her. I want to help her. I can see she's struggling. And when I go to help her, though, she's like a little porcupine, and she's like hitting me. So I can't save her because it hurts me. That is how men are experiencing women. If you ignore him, if you belittle him, or if you humiliate him, any of these things, you are immediately blocking this man from protecting you, period. Because now in his mind, this person is a danger to me. I'm here to protect this person, but if this person is a danger to me, I have to remove myself. And see, when men are healthy and masculine, see, they're not going to stick around very often, very long, to be emasculated. They are not going to stick around very long. Or if they sticking around, they sticking somewhere else too. They sticking somewhere else. So if you want to, I'm not going to do all this for a man, but the love that I'm talking about is a man that'll go to the ends of the earth for you. We're talking about husbands here. We're not talking about boyfriends and childish things. We're talking about generations of wealth. We're talking about the grandfather of your grandchildren. We're talking about those guys. Those guys. And those guys do not tolerate disrespect at all. They hate it. They hate it. So if you want a grandfather that is going to set the generations forth for you, he's going to till the land and work hard for you as the woman. That's what this man is going to do. Then that posture and that woman looks different. She doesn't look the same. The way she walks and the way she talks is that of a queen. That is what she does, period. It's a mindfulness. And, you know, people like, but at what point does it become fake or phony? It's never phony. It's authentic. I practice this every day. So this is not inauthentic. I don't get out of character. I am the character. There's no other thing but this. When you see how well that it works, why would you? A smart person continues to do things that increase them. They move more in that direction. It's dysfunctional to move in the opposite direction of things that are of benefit to you. It is a benefit to you to smile when you see a man. It's a benefit to you to be beautiful when you see a man. It is a benefit to you to do this, because he's already wanting to help you because you're a woman. And when he sees you as a woman and he hears you as a woman and he feels you as a woman, then what he starts to do is the most. You doing the least is him doing the most. She always takes the less, man. She's humble. Take the mo, not the less. That's greedy. That's MC. Y'all don't know about him. Right? Top notch, baby. Keep the most, not the less. Yeah, that's Pimp C, right? So, whole time, you want these guys to, you know, you want to charm a man. You have to be willing to charm a man for life. As a wife, it's my job to charm my man for life. It's not my job to be rough or tough or none of that. Never. But what? I can be a little bit, rough it up a little bit, but guys like it when it's all soft. They like it when it's all soft. All of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I stuck? I'm stuck, y'all. Let me see if this will work. I'm stuck on an ice patch, but I got a freaking Jeep. There we go. Told y'all. Stuck right on the ice. Hit that right. Y'all saw I panicked a little bit. I got a 4-wheel drive Jeep Wrangler, you know, with the little offsets. So, I don't want to do that. My iPhone. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, like I said, when you're gentle with these guys, this is a dual sort of conversation right here. The importance of a healthy husband is the importance of your family, period. Your whole, everybody that comes from you, everyone that's from your lineage, your linear, your line. Everybody coming out your line. It's so important that you choose the correct husband because it directly affects the grandkids. It affects the grandkids. And you want to make sure your grandbabies are okay. So the husband that I'm speaking of is a grandfather. So that's how long that you're going to be with him. Through better, you know, for better and for worse. You're going to rock with this guy. Y'all going to be old together. Vacation, Santa Cruz, get your partner. Come on. How you want to treat that guy? How you going to treat him? You know, are you going to smile at him? You going to cuss him? No, you're not going to do none of that. You never do that. He's your guy. So don't ever do that. Okay? So, y'all see I just went into a character? Right? Because I still got to have a job. I still got to have a job, but as soon as I don't have a job, let me tell you something. This is where I stay, right here. I smile. Who walk around smiling all day? Me. Because I be looking cute and doing the right thing. I'm a wife, and y'all gonna run into a wife. Anytime you see me, I'm together. Why are you always put together? Because my husband likes it that way. I'm a representation of my husband. He that finds a good wife finds a good thing. It means that you're already in represent of what you already represent what it is you are. That's how he knew what you were, because you show him. But it's not just the way you look, it's very much the way you talk and deal with yourself. He has to like your ways. He has to like your habits. So as a wife, we consciously make our habits delightful. Now, a woman needs to take her full capacity to be a good wife. You need at least 40 hours concentrating on your husband. You need 20 hours with your kids. You need 10 hours by yourself. How can you fit all that in with a job? You can't. Your husband needs 40 hours. He's a job. Your husband is 40 hours. How can you give your job 40 hours and your husband? I thought your husband was your first job. So if your husband's your first job, what do you need a job? I mean, having sex with him is a job, honey. But real life, keeping his home, keeping his meals, keeping my body. I'm his woman. I'm his woman. I gotta look good. I don't have time to go to work. I don't have time for that. I have to look good. I mean, women gotta work. This is work. What are you talking about? I have laundry in here to do. This is work. Speaking of work, I have laundry to do, and I need to go right over here to this CVS. I mean, not CVS. Damn, Shoppers. That's perfect. 40 better. But I get stressed because I don't really want to go to work. I'm with my husband and my kids. I love being his missus. I'm a professional, honey. When you say you're a professional wife, that means that your profession is to be a wife. I don't do other things. Meek, what do you do? Oh, I'm so-and-so's wife. What? I'm his wife. I'm his wife. Yeah, that's my man. He's my husband. I'm his wife. He's my husband, I'm his wife. So, whatever, who cares? And we live in love over here, and we make sure that the house is taken care of. I only spend what he made. Meek, you always look cute. I know, I just be finding stuff. Just as a show of respect to him, that I really appreciate that he does everything that he does for us. So I try to look beautiful for him. I try to make his home. I do. I make his home beautiful. I'm a professional chef and plater. I'm an interior decorator. Yes, I've learned all these things. Yeah, I learned these things so I can make his home comfortable. Yeah, I have to make his home very comfortable for him. He has his friends over. I have my friends, of course. I have my friends. I love my girls. I can't. Come on. They keep me going because I can't just be loving all over this man and I get a break and all these kids. I'm a mom. I get so many breaks. Moms never get any breaks. Yes, we do. You tell your husband you need a break and he gives it to you. Your healthy masculine husband, because he knows all that you do. And all you ever do, you don't yell at him. You give yourself enough time. If you're overworked, it means you're under rested and you're not giving yourself time to do properly of the home because you're not taking care of the caretaker. So being a mom is not just running on in, but you have to know what you need. If you know you need a certain amount of sleep, go to sleep. Wake up with enough time to do things. Now, you would be surprised how much more you get done when you don't have a job. You don't have a job. You don't, like, if you don't work outside your home, I mean. I don't mean to say you don't have a job, because that's the point. As a professional wife, that is your job, is the house, is him. So, and it's a much better situation. I can't believe I don't have no credit to this lady. Damn, I can't even actually believe that I did that. I did that. You hear me? You heard me? I should go to the Dollar General. I got this much time. I'm gonna go to the Dollar General, because I got quite a bit of time. Thank you, sir. But do I want, no. I don't want to do that, because I need to get oatmeal. So anyway, whole time, your job is to be a wife. Now, the job does not just include the man. The job also includes children. Children need at least 10 touches a day. At least 10 touches, 10 hugs, 10 kisses, 10 backpacks or collar adjustments, or stroke their hair. Like, your kids need your touch. How? I'm sure you guys can get it in, not a problem, but not when it feels rushed. Rushing doesn't feel good to anyone. Kids should have an opportunity to experience a non-rush with their mom, with their caretaker, with, because the mom is the caretaker. Like, your mom takes care of everything. I'm sorry, lady. I hope I'm not over in your way. So you have to take care of the mom. You cannot overwork yourself and thereby, shorten the children. Kids need extra education. So as a wife, it's important that you be educated. Your knowledge has to be up to par. You're supposed to be patient. You are supposed to be kind. And you can be all those things when you utilize all your resources. And as a woman, it's your job to magnify your resources. So whatever the man is giving you, you should be using to the best of your ability. Lady, she's having a morning already. I don't know. Well, she's not. She's just waiting for me to get out the way. When people be so rushed around here, they're always so rushed. And actually, because of that, all of that situation, is there a cart in this? Oh shit, you lucky there was a cart right there. Because I was about to park there. But that would have been bad for everybody involved. So, you just gotta be willing to understand that you can follow this man and just get along with this man. That's possible. It's possible. Everything that I'm telling you is possible. You just got to have a game plan. So if you drop $1, I appreciate it. Rapunzel Noir, Cash App, $ Rapunzel Noir. That's RAPUNZELNOIRE. I guess. I don't know how I would be able to write that, because how can y'all see it in the camera? So anyway, just, yeah. These, I kind of lost my spirit there. I have to go in here and get some things. I got sidetracked. But these things are invaluable to you to understand how to execute them. How do I promote and foster that type of relationship? I actually have videos to help you develop that skill, and it depends on the person and the man. The things that I'm saying to do of charming men, the art of charming men is not about them doing what you say. It's not about controlling them. It's actually just about controlling yourself. You control yourself. You offer them aggressive submissiveness, and a man will increase. He'll increase so much. So it's cool. It's a cool situation. So, you know, learning these, I did go off for a second. When you learn this aggressive, submissive behavior, you end up asking a lot of questions. So, I'll let you guys know in the next video some very specific things you can do to be more actively submissive with your guy. If you want to be actively submissive, so you have to be kind of vulnerable, but you're not vulnerable. I mean, you are, but you're not. When you show a man vulnerability, it does not make them be brutal with you. It makes them be nice and kind to you. So you think by acting like a punk, a man's gonna go harder? He's not. When you act like a punk, a man back down too, because he mimics what you are. A man is a mimic. He's gonna mimic exactly what you do. A man is a mimic. So they mimic us, which means they just are going, they're reactive. So if you're calm and kind with him, he's going to be calm and kind with you. It's just going to happen. If he cannot be calm and kind with you, then it is your job to walk away. It's not, you have to know your power to walk away. There's strength in the ability in walking away. Women are so deathly loyal, we'll stay there until we're just a rag of a something. No, don't. That's being a doormat. Don't be loyal to a fault. Don't, because when you're loyal to a fault, you're a doormat. Submission is only allowing things to happen to you that you want to happen to you, and be willing to walk away. Be willing to walk away. Be willing to walk away. When the power of walking away to a man shows that you have integrity. If you stay in a situation that you feel you're compromising yourself, then a man is going to let you. He will respect you when you walk away. When you stay put and saying it, they don't respect it. When you walk away, they respect that. They respect that. So you got to be willing to walk away. You got to be willing to walk away. And it really, again, well, I've already got this involved, and be willing to walk away. Be that serious about your principle, because this is your life we're talking about. Allowing people around you that constantly violate your boundaries once you have adequately spoken to them in a way that you know they should understand. And I also speak about feminine style communication. So if you want to speak with a man, it's feminine style communication. Okay, that is a learned technique. Feminine style communication. Feminine style communication gets things done, period. But you must be feminine in order to do so. And so, we'll also have, a video for that. I also have a video for that. Feminine style communication. Yeah. So, making sure that you understand these principles will help you. It will really, really help you. Excuse me one moment. Many women don't know how to do feminine style communication, and it's fine. So at any rate, you will find, listen, you'll find plenty. You will find plenty to understand within this. Very much to understand within this. Very much to understand. You'll find it. I will make it so simple for you. So, there'll be more to come. More to come. You guys, enjoy your lives, enjoy your days. Enjoy today, And that's Rapunzel Noir. Rapunzel Noir. So, it's been real, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.